Hi there, it's me, your boy, Webweaver, and welcome back once again to World of Horror. We're gonna play a little bit of Miku, because I don't think we've played Miku in a hot minute. And we've been seeing a lot of her, we've been seeing a lot of Riot-chan, but we have not been playing a lot of Riot-chan, so it's time to fix that. I think we'll probably, we don't have Knight Errant yet, but we'll mix it up. We'll do a little ill-fated, because Miku is pretty fun with that. So we'll do some ill-fated Miku. What else is new? Basically saying that all the great stats that we get in the end game will basically be meaningless. But yeah, you know, we've got an exciting run ahead of us. I don't really want to do Yagathag. We'll probably stick with... let's get a spell going up in here. Let's get a little Athelazath as a treat. Now, I do kind of want library notes. Well, I can't complain about that. So let's go get this Lighthouse Gamer. So what we've got is a dexterity check, a strength check, a charisma check, a second mystery, and a second enemy. Now, the thing about Miku is that the lighthouse kind of takes care of itself for her in the end game, so we should prioritize essentially just doing whatever is best for us at the current given moment. So we'll roll library notes twice. Expel Evil's a great spell to start with, by the way. Multiply Wound is also quite nice. But yeah, we'll go ahead and use Expel Evil, because there's no reason not to use that immediately, because it means that we can actually, when we take a bath, we'll not only get reason back, but we'll get stamina back as well. And then I think library notes will be relegated to the inventory for the rest of the game, and if we get a couple more books, maybe we can get a little junior librarian going on. Now, with that being said, let's find out Moriko on the TV. Just real quick. And then we're done rolling library notes. We don't know what perk we're gonna get yet. But what we'll do is we'll take the EXP, because that's gonna be important. And it doesn't, the difference between 13-12 and 12-11 is probably not gonna come in, is probably not gonna be something that happens. It's not gonna be something that we notice, I guess we could say. So, let's see, we've got Horrible History of a Household Hell, we've got Sorrowful Saga, Crimson Cape, Akamanto, Ya Boy, and then we got Violent Vigil, and we got Botany. So I think we should probably do something like Hell or Botany first, then, go into Vigil if we're healthy enough. So yeah, we'll go ahead and send it with, I think Hell is probably more difficult, so we'll do Hell first. Because, you know, with Miku, it's like once you get over the hurdle of the early game, you just kind of spiral out of control, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna go Hunger. Okay, listen, we do have the Charisma check, but maybe we take Leadership if we see it to correct that, but I'm not worried about it pretty much at all. So 1% Doom, and we got a great weapon. You love to see it. So Doomed already as our first perk is probably exactly everything that we wanted. And then I guess we'll just put everything we have into Knowledge, because there's, as long as we don't need the health.
Oh, sorry. Suddenly, somewhere, Emmerdale seems to have disappeared. We'll go back to it as soon as we can, once we've found it.
We've lost Emmerdale due to some technical fault. We're trying to find the fault, and we will correct it, and return to building history as soon as we can. So, where were we? Yeah, so, Miku, she exists, and the first mystery sucks. But then, the mystery, when you get to, mystery 3, 4, or 5, if you've got, more than 6 health, then you're probably gonna be perfectly fine. Now, here's the thing, we can do, this is very important. There are some otherworld checks that if you fail, you get thrown into the other world anyways. And then there's that one where if you just choose to not do it, then it's just a flat -2 stamina. And so when you're in something like the Lost Light, you know, like the light window that you can use quick thinking on, you should always get lost in the light if you're on ill-fated, because, well, unless you have quick thinking, of course, in which case it's probably better to do that. But if you get lost in the light, you get plus reason, and if you fight it, then you lose stats. I'm pretty sure it's minus stamina you lose, but I could be wrong. So when you have an opportunity to take like a small injury, you should probably do that instead of just getting absolutely destroyed. And like, for instance, this, like, look for a warehouse job will guarantee give us money. However, it is a stat check, and if we succeeded it, we'd get more money. Try to recruit allies is just a stat check that gives us nothing if we fail it, and then pray at temple heals us. So, like, obviously that's what we want to do pretty much every day of the week. Although you could have made a strategic gamble to, like, lose whatever the leftmost check was to get funds, but I'd rather, like, when you're on ill-fated Miku, you kind of want to, like, have as high of health as possible. Now, what is a little bit unfortunate is we're going to be doing... Oh, hello there, dog. Welcome to the video. You do be sneezing over there. But, welcome to the video. You may have the entire bed to yourself, but the chair is mine, and you may not have this chair. Now, I know that you want this chair because I'm on the chair, which, you know, grass is always greener on the other side, etc., etc. Badly bleeding. Oh my god. Listen, what we do for books, huh? Okay, we need one more book. Hold on. Let's, just in case we never have an opportunity to get back to our books. Oh, I mixed them up so hard. Alright, we're never gonna talk about that again. That didn't happen. I was like, oh, you know, I'll just use the library notes real quick. Whoops. Yeah, we're just not gonna... We're just not gonna... There was no way, right? There was no way we were gonna get Junior Librarian anyways. We only got library notes. We never got library book. Library book was a fantasy. Library book doesn't exist. The fact that you're saying that library note exists, or library note exists, obviously, but library book, I'm just saying that's kind of sus, right? Like, that's kind of sus. Because it doesn't exist. It didn't happen. It doesn't exist. Nobody has ever written a book in the library before, or a book for the library. Libraries aren't even real, dude. Also, I hate that. So anyways, I went on Twitter, and this is the start of every bad story that's ever been told in human history. But I went on Twitter, and oh, man, you're really gonna do me like this, huh? So I went on Twitter, and I saw an Xbox post. It was a promoted post. Xbox changed their profile icon to Captain America because I don't know why. I had the last Marvel movie I watched. I think I've said this before. The last Marvel movie that I watched was the Spider-Man one, and I was very confused because the last, like, Avengers crossover movie that I saw was whatchamacallit. Oh my god, please, I beg you. You can't kill me like this with the freaking stamina injury, I beg you. I mean, we're just gonna run away like a horrible coward. It's time to wake up our boy, Oteru. But, so Xbox changed their profile icon to, Captain America. Like, not Captain America, Captain America's shield. And it was a Captain America's shield made out of Xbox controllers, right? So, I guess the idea was, like, you had the red, white, and blue Xbox controllers arranged in a shield pattern, and then they made that their profile icon. Which, again, I don't understand. The last Marvel movie I watched was the last Avengers movie I watched was The Avengers. And then the last Marvel movie that I watched was the Spider-Man one. And then in between that, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. And I was alright. Not the hugest fan, but you know, it was fun. But anyways, so they changed their profile icon to Captain America's shield, and somebody was like, I'm so confused by this, but somebody basically said, Microsoft and Marvel, the perfect combination of cringe, and they were like a Sony fanboy. You know, they had a. I say Sony fanboy because it conveys the message that I want it to convey, and also I think they were a Sony fanboy. But you know, obviously I don't know the person. It's just a random Twitter account, but you know, they were like, you know, Microsoft and Marvel, the perfect combination of cringe. And then somebody who's an Xbox fanboy came up and was like, Sony spent lots of money getting that Avengers cringe and with that bad Marvel game. Or maybe it was they spent a lot of money getting that Marvel cringe in that awful Avengers game. And I'm just like, are two people really arguing over over who has more Marvel cringe than the other? And it's like, it's incredible, really. Like, I can't imagine, like, can you imagine, like, going on Twitter? I mean, first of all, don't go on Twitter, it's a hell website. Hold on. Man-eating plant was the first thing that we fought, right? Yeah. So, the next... Oh, no. I forgot that this... Oh, no, we lose. We're dead. We actually just lose. Oh, no. You shouldn't be able to click through that. Like, I knew you could click through that. I forgot that we were on that screen. Oh, no. Yeah, we lose. Like, it's completely just, like... We would have to get the sewing kit from the whatchamacallit, and we'd have to be, like, super lucky. Like, that's not okay. You just, like, not want to... Let's test our theory, right? Let's not do any of these things and see if we can't get a... Well, actually, we needed that. And before you think to yourself, why'd you do the strength check? You're on ill-fated. That strength check, ill-fated, does not prevent you from passing that strength check and the perception check as well. You can pass both of them. We have done it multiple times before. But also there are other checks in the game that you can pass. Yeah, I mean, that was just like, the moment we misclicked into there, like, we knew exactly what was gonna happen. That's not surprising at all. I'll give you another one, don't get me wrong, but nah, for real. And it's just like, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, like, imagine going on Twitter, and then also imagine going on Twitter. And it's like, I don't really have anything against the two Twitter users particularly. It's just weird. You know, it's like, why do you care who has the worst Marvel properties on your console? It's just so weird. I don't understand it at all. Like, I literally don't get it. Well, you know what we do here, we hit Q. I do unfortunately have someplace to be soon, and it's like, I kind of need to record this before that point, but at the same time, I don't want to give you a lame episode where it's like, we just instantly die because things suck. But, you know, going on Twitter is also fun because you get to see, like... Okay, if we don't get it on this next queue, if we don't get the library notes, we'll just go with it, because I do unfortunately have someplace to be, so I do need to get through this video, but, you know, it's like, I just, it's weird, and going on Twitter can be, like, day-ruining, but it can also be fun, and so it's basically like you open up the app, and it's like, how miserable, oh, let's go, third time's the charm. It's basically asking yourself, like, am I alright with feeling miserable today? And usually, because it's habitual, the answer is, I don't think about it, and then I get upset. But, and comparatively speaking, that's pretty tame for what you normally see on Twitter, because the good ending happened. They both agreed that Marvel sucks. So, good ending. But, or at least I think they did. Because the argument didn't go on for very long. But, wait, no, I wrote that wrong. It's just, let's see, Dexterity, Takahashi, second enemy, second mystery, and then just strength. Okay. Alright, so let's check out what we got going on over here first. Let's get a couple spells up in this game. Let's be a sorcerer. Okay, so we got Enthrallment, which is actually pretty interesting. I don't want to use it, but I don't want to get rid of it. And then Skin Removal is also fascinating as well. I'd like to take a peek at the spells that we've got going on, or the mysteries we've got going on here. Because, depending on who we get here, like, if this was Timeline A, then Abolish might actually be kind of handy, but I guess we'll just, I mean, not really care. We'll get rid of, don't open that menu again, get out of there. Okay, so forget Abolish, we don't need it. And then, I was hoping that we could get Doomed already, but I think we'll get Quick Thinking. And we'll probably get Knowledge, because, I mean, you know what weapon I want to buy, right? Like, we're going for exactly the heavy-duty flashlight, because it's good enough to get us there in the early game. But, you know, I'm also looking forward to, later tonight, playing some Among Us. And, you know, Friday's always a nice thing to look forward to. I mean, this is your Saturday episode, so remember, later tonight, 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, or 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it do be time to cook, though. Jesse! Can we get Moriko, please? Can we get... There we go. So we have no way to lose stamina, so we'll just go ahead and... We'll just go ahead and do that. And we'll just go ahead and take the 5 EXP. I'm really not sweating it. Okay, so we're gonna put the library notes in our back pocket, and now we're gonna decide what mystery to do first. And I mean, here's the thing. I'm a little bit scared of 3, or well, 2.5 mysteries that trigger roads closed. But, like, come on. We got Kana. We got Kana. We got Kana. Like, there's really nothing else that I can say other than I like Kana. So, Charisma check is not relevant, because it was the 6th item on the list, which the Lighthouse only has 5 checks, and we'll talk more about the Lighthouse if we ever get there, but listen to the man, get minus 5% Doom, you love to see it. Take one thing of the seaside now, just so that we can get the quest done later. Yeah, we'll try talking to them, get thrown out, minus stamina, that's completely fine. But, you know, I've been thinking about variety. I've still been thinking about channel variety as I readjust in my terrible chair that I desperately need to replace. Like, seriously, I've been doing so much research. I haven't researched, like, a proper chair in a long time, you know what I mean? Don't you hate how you have to research everything? Is, like, you know, I don't want to have to look up every single... Oh, my God. She do be hungry. I don't want to have to look up every single thing that I buy just to make sure that I'm getting a good deal, but everybody's out to sell you a bad product that'll break in 5 years. Or, actually, it'd be really nice if something lasted 5 years, I'm gonna be honest with you. Mainly because I bought this chair. It was heavily discounted. And pretty much every sort of comforting aspect of a chair, this is our first enemy. Every comforting aspect of a chair, like, you know, the rubber leather armrests, the leather on the seat, it's all gone. It all just fell off within, like, a year, right? Like, there's literally, like, I'm sitting on a padded metal bar at the moment. It's so, like, this chair is so unbelievably terrible that, you know, I've just been like, oh, you know, I should probably look into replacing that at some point. But then it's like, oh, you know, I should probably be looking up monitors because I don't want to get screwed at buying, or not monitors, sorry, laptops, although I have been looking at it is surprisingly difficult to find out information about the panel that, like, laptops use, because most of the time it's like, oh, you know, we've got, oh man, Vital Clue, that's painful. Most of the time it's like, if it's a good panel, they'll put it in, like, the frickin' name of the monitor, or I keep saying monitor, laptop, please excuse me. But it'll be like 244 hertz laptop, or 2K, or Ultra HD display, you know? But then when it's a crappy display, it'll be like, it's got full HD. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we're gonna die here, but that's, we're not really, though, because if you know. I mean, here's the thing, like, getting Kana is pretty much even if we get contaminated water, we're A, gonna level up, and B, have 2 spells we can forget. So we're all in a great spot right now. A little bit unfortunate for sure. Also tireless, which is nice. But no, it really do be like, everybody's trying to hide their, like, laptop's defects. And, I mean, just in general, right? Like, people are like, I don't want you to know, like, the bad thing about my product, and it's so frustrating. Listen, I do love me some folklore studies, but, I mean, give me that adrenaline. We're an adrenaline gamer, who's gonna play Fortnite today. And that actually leads me to segue onto something else, but I'm gonna stick on this story for a little bit, this anecdotal story thing, because... So here's the deal, right? I really do be looking at that Asus Flow, because apparently it's like a highly customizable thing that has like an external graphics card on it, and so I could opt in for basically whatever graphics card I would need to do everything that I would need to, and then I can get like a relatively great laptop for a good price. The Asus Flow 13, like the 13-inch one. I am a little bit worried about the fact that it's so freaking small, and that, you know, I'm using an ultra-wide monitor and a 27-inch monitor, and that's still not enough for having everything I want on Adobe to be displayed, but, you know, that's more or less for just probably my ineptitude at making a profile thing for Premiere Pro and actually sticking with it. But, you know, for something like okay, so I need to write Second Mystery down, by the way, and our next enemy, I have to write that down as well. I think what we'll probably do is either I think we'll do Forest or Botany. We'll do Forest first, but so I'll just put Second Mystery, Forest, tapes, because that's the first thing that I thought of when I thought of this mystery, so it just works. But you know, it's like I actually really like the idea of it basically being like, this laptop has a crappy graphics card in it, but it comes with like this miniature external graphics card that you can pay a lot of money for, and like that to me is good, because I'm not paying because I don't need like a great GPU in the computer, right? Like, what I'm looking for is a good CPU and a GPU that's not terrible. And so getting like a 1650, right? Sure, the encoding times are gonna suck, but, you know, I'm gonna just be using it for recording, uploading, and encoding anyways. So it's like, yeah, it'll kind of put a damper on what I've got going on here, but okay. So, Stalker Girl is the second enemy. Stalker Girl. Now I don't have to think about it ever again, and I can focus on just winning the game. I think we will just do, like, an all-out attack as much as possible. Because she's gonna go up to... She actually didn't heal, which is really weird, but she's dead. So we got a book. We have another book. Okay, please, for the love of God, just store it for now. And now we pray. We have 4 more mysteries to get a single book. It's just that easy. She does have a ticket to ride, but she wants to work on her cardio. So she do be walking, though. Do I want to go in with 9-4? Absolutely not. But, like, what do you want me to do? Like, we could go get money and then buy, like, prescription pills. Do we have fetid fumes? Yes or no? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? This is a run worth protecting. But yeah, I've just been very busy, like, looking for... I've just been very busy looking for a laptop that I didn't really think that, oh, I should replace this chair that is crumbling around me as I speak, right? Like, I don't have armrests, I have metal slabs, which are probably not very good for my elbows. I don't even know if you can hear this thing, but is there, and it's shifting around in the socket. It's really weird. Probably not intended either. But with that being said, it's like, I'll take it, dude. You want to give me -1 to all? I will do an all-out attack on you. And then we can probably just do something like this, right? And be pretty happy with that. We do have adrenaline. That's what's carrying us here. But nah, you know, I definitely need to look into... Like, I want one of those ergonomic... Like, here's the thing. You look up chairs that are good for your back, and it's like, here's a budget chair, $4,000, and then you're just like, okay, some random website that I've never heard of before, perish and die. I will never be coming back to your virtual establishment. But no, like, I just want a chair with, like, good lumbar support, and that's, like, comfortable to sit in, you know? Not a metal slab with, like, fabric that... I mean, I didn't even do anything to the chair. Like, I want to point this out, right? Like, my cat, you know, animals will do what animals do, and my cat kind of, like, clawed at some of the seat leather, but a cat clawing at a chair should not tear off entire, like a foot-long sheet of leather. Alright, that should not be the case. Like, I don't even know if you can hear me rustling around in this freaking thing, but it's truly awful. It's something truly awful. So we don't have the charisma check, we have dexterity and strength. So we'll just get outdoorsman, I think. We've got to go botany, so might as well, right? And then we'll take reason and just hope for the best. 38% doom. You know, we'll probably be fine. We could do vigil, honestly. We could do vigil if we wanted to. And actually, let me just deal with this now, so that I don't get confused later. And throw. Discard the library notes. Discard the occult diary. Thank God for that. I didn't accidentally use it, and now we're off to the races. So where do we want to go? Do we want to go to vigil? Do we want to go to botany? Or do we want to... Oh, God, we have school scissors. Oh, crap. Both of these are pretty terrible, actually. We'll go to vigil. Just... I'm picking vigil for the pure, unadulterated reason of I want book. And that actually encourages us. Why are the enemies so... Oh, Kana. I just realized, like, why are the enemies such a cakewalk? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we got Kana. That's exactly why. But, nah, seriously, it's like... I'm thinking about just biting the bullet on some random chair, because it literally... Okay, this is not cursing fate, invoking, like, famous words moments before disaster. If it is something that you can sit in, it would not be worse than this chair that I am sitting on right now. So, you know, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get a cheaply made chair, quote unquote. Because, I mean, like, look up ergonomic chairs and you'll be frightened. You'll be scared to your core. On Ill-Fated, got a free item from Cold Trail, which is a skill check, by the way. It doesn't tell you it's a skill check, but it is. I think it's it's a perception check. Yeah, it's a perception check. And then watch this. Failed it this time, but you can get it. You can. I guarantee you. We have done it multiple times before, on this patch even. We have succeeded that check before. But no, it seriously is like... You know, it seriously is... Okay, this is a great example of what I was talking about earlier. If you fight this feeling, you will take damage and then go to the other world. If you get lost in the light, you will gain reason and then go into the other world. If you force yourself into hiding, which is a perk and will always succeed, the blue option, then you will gain reason and experience, which, when you're on ill-fated, the other world is terrifying. Don't go to the other world if you can help it. And that's one of the reasons why quick thinking is a higher tier perk on ill-fated, because it can help you out a lot. But no, seriously, it's like, get like a quote cheap budget chair, unquote, that's like $80 or something, and that's still a lot. Like, when I'm thinking of like how much money do I want to spend on a piece of furniture, it's like, I mean, unless it's a bed and sheets, probably like not a lot of money, right? Like, if it's a bed, I am in the camp of, if you can, you should get the best. Like, even if it's a little, like, if you can, you should probably get the best, most comfortable bed that you possibly can, right? Because it's a thing that you will use every night for, you know, hopefully, like, the rest of your life, right? And so, and another thing with sheets, right? Like, if you get, like, really good, soft sheets, like, yeah, those are going to be expensive, but again, that's something that you're going to be using, like, every day for the rest of your life. And if you have the opportunity to, you can just have one pair of sheets and you can just wash them in the day that you're doing your laundry, and then you can throw them on your bed before you go to bed, right? That's what we call value. Oh, come on, man. I mean, I don't want to feed the plant. I'm not feeding the plant. Feeding the plant's bad on non-ill-fated. You think feeding the plant's a good idea on ill-fated? Absolutely not. I mean, here's the thing, though. If we fed the plant, we would have gotten a random event here. And that random event could have been a book. And that's painful. But, nah, like, I'm just, like, I've been looking at this blue chair. It's got, like, white armrests, and it's got, like, a blue cushion. And apparently it's pretty comfortable. And it's in a decent price range, where it doesn't make me want to die. So, yeah, you know, I might, like, the thing is, though, I don't want to look into it. I just want to, like, I want to buy it, you know? But I'm like, no, I can't buy something without doing, like, 8 hours of research on it. Like, I can't spend money without researching it first. It truly is pain. It truly is -2 reason. Otherwise known as sacrificing your best friend to an eldritch god. But nah. We don't really need looting at all, but we don't really need leadership either. So, money, please. I'll take the money. But yeah, so I've been devoting most of my, like, product research time to laptops at the moment, and you know, I've seen a couple of cool ones that are, I've actually found quite a few laptops that are already refurbished, which is really exciting. Like, pretty great laptops for pretty great prices, all things considered. And it would probably get me from where I need to go. We actually, I thought we had a bottle. I saw a bottle and I'm like, ooh, but no, we have a broken bottle. No. Yeah, let's just get EXP boosted. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters at this point. We're probably gonna be fine. Well, we can do school scissors and end with botany. We don't have any weird things going on, no? We even have a contingency plan of 2 spells that we can forget in case things go absolutely terribly, so at least it's not that bad. So, okay, so we're in a pretty good spot to win, by the way. Like, I want to make that clear. But, yeah, no, I'm gonna turn on the lights here. Like, +1 reason is... Sometimes I don't think it heals you. Like, I have a vivid memory of that not healing me. Like, several times I used it. But that might have just been threat level. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, you know, like, this video has been a good representation of... It must be my birthday, because now I get 20 EXP for free, no matter what I pick. So normally when you get to Drifting Classroom, you see your boy Athalizath going on. Oh, this is an Otherworld location? Oh, shoot. So there are 4 Otherworld locations, huh? But no. So basically, when you get to this event, try to sneak his dexterity and then run his strength. You want to fail this, like, I would say like 80% of the time. Failing it, succeeding it gives you plus 10 EXP. Failing it, which you'll see right here, gives you plus 20 EXP, and then it always gives you, 100% of the time, it always gives you Cursed Signs. Now, Cursed Signs are casting spells raises doom. So the reason why it's a good idea to get this is because plus 20 EXP is a lot. That's more than killing an enemy, unless it's like a boss, like Shiro-san or whatever. 20 EXP is more than killing most enemies. And hold on, let me just write clap here real quick. Clap, and then we'll just do everything else as bows for fun. But a box and a little star, we can do that. Just real quick. I know I said I needed to be somewhere, and I do. But you know, like I don't want to compromise the episode for that. So what has to be done will be done. So can we kill him on turn 1? I really want to get out. I hate this. I hate this enemy a lot. So we can do 16 damage. And I mean, this is gonna do, like, if we throw all these things at him, we got him on turn 1, which is kind of hilarious, but yeah, you might think it might not be worth it, but it totally is. The Time Warper sucks, because the Time Warper is an enemy that you can only do 5 actions against, so he really do be a very annoying thing to fight, though. Of course, we have a 100% accuracy anyways, so it's like, who really cares? But no book, pain. Okay, so I'm just gonna put bow here. So clap, and then actually we'll just leave it like that. Clap, bow. Let's see what we got here. Gamers. Okay, clap, bow. Oh my god, a clean sweep, 25 EXP in the back pocket. Timeline B is very player friendly. Like, they give you so much EXP from, like, this and then the, like, the extra bosses that, I mean, this is just so crazy. Like, think of it this way. We've got 45 EXP for the mystery, because thorough investigation, so I think you're guaranteed to get thorough investigation. So 45 EXP, that's great. Then you bump that up to plus 25, that's 70 EXP, right? You get 70 EXP for clean sweeping that, which is just oh so beautiful. It is just oh so beautiful. I don't care about contaminated water. You think you scare me? Huh, punk? I don't know why I would be frightened. So, we have the dexterity check and the strength check, which currently we're failing both of those in the lighthouse. But we're Miku. It doesn't matter. We're Miku. It literally, it's meaningless. It's her birthday because now she gets to kill all of you. But no, seriously, like, also we're gonna level up at the end of this mystery. It's Shiro-san, so we're gonna get plus 25 EXP as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll just actually hold on. No, we want fights because fights are things that we can control. The rioter is gonna complain about the police. We are going to check wounds for clues because there's not, like, do you want to be at 12 reason or do you want to do do you want to get like a lot of EXP? Like, I'll be an EXP gamer. I'll be a Fortnite gamer. You can take me to what's it called? Moisty Myers, but you can't take me to Loot Lake? Weird names. Doom. I'll take Doom. I will take Doom and plus 1 reason, please. Thank you. So I guess that, like, leads me to the next segue, I guess, which is, minus 2 reason. One of my friends invited me to play a game with like one of the most generic titles oh my god, one of the most generic titles I've ever heard of in my life. Like I literally forgot the name of the game until I loaded it up today to practice. It's called Rogue Company. And honestly, I think that's a sleeper. I haven't heard many people talking about it, and maybe that's just like me having a bubble. And so thus I naturally didn't hear about like the competitive Apex Legends Counter-Strike third-person shooter with a little bit of Overwatch mixed into it. It really is an unholy machination of a video game. But you know, it's fun. Right, like, I hate the season pass stuff, I hate all that garbage, but you know what? It's fun. Can we throw one thing at him? We could throw the compass at him. We can get there with the compass. That's pretty funny. But no, it's like an unholy machination of, like, season pass garbage with, like, it's a battle pass. Well, there's both. There's a season pass, and there's, a year pass, a battle pass, bestseller microtransactions. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, what do you expect? But it's actually, like, despite all that utter nonsense... Oh, rats, we didn't get the side quest. Oh, no. Despite that utter nonsense, it's like... How do I put it? It's just fun, you know? Like, I haven't played a game in a while... Besides Loop Hero, RimWorld, World of Horror, Outward, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, besides I guess I should say a AAA game, right? It's been a while. Actually, no, I have a much better thing to say. It's been a long time since I picked up a competitive multiplayer game, that's a lot more specific, that I just had fun playing, right? Like, it was just fun. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, like, it's not as precise as something like Counter-Strike, and it's not as unwieldy and, like, crazy parkour stuff as something like an Apex Legends. It's just sort of like a I guess how I would describe it is like a down-to-earth Fortnite with no building, and you have to use, like, Counter-Strike mechanics to, like, upgrade your character, and it's got, like, a little bit of Overwatch, and it's disgusting, it really is. As far as I can tell, nothing, like, power-wise is tied to real money. It's just, like, cosmetics, which some of those cosmetics do be looking fire, though. I wonder if you could tell what cosmetic I would like, if you're familiar with the game and have seen the Battle Pass reward. But, nah. It's like, I mean, how do I basically say it? It's just kind of fun to spawn in. Like, there's a lot of things that are completely pointless, right? A lot of stuff that just exists to sell cosmetic items. For instance, so in Counter-Strike, right, you spawn at the beginning, and then you... I was kind of tempted to get our knowledge up even higher, but I didn't want to BM like that. So at the beginning of Counter-Strike, right, you're like... You're in, like, a zone, you're buying zone, and you have to, like, buy things, right? Well, in Rogue Company, as it's called, you start out in a dropship. And in that dropship, the only purpose it serves is to essentially give you time to buy something. And then you go from the dropship, you, like, Apex Legends or Fortnite style, or, like, a Battle Royale style, you, like, airdrop into the match. But the match is, like, super, like, close quarters, right? Like, the maps aren't wide open at all. They are very tame. Like, seriously, the maps are, like, super tight, close quarters, actually really well designed, I think. And so you airdrop into the map, and then you airdrop into your spawn point, if you're playing, like, the mode where you can respawn. And you just kind of go about it. You just kind of do the objective. You kind of shoot. You shoot. You punch. You throw katanas. You know, it's simple. It's fun. The game is horribly unbalanced, though. Like, there are some characters who are just completely broken. Some of them free to play, some of them are Battle Pass, some of them are Season Pass. Well, actually, no, sorry, not Battle Pass. Some of them are Yearly Pass, some of them are free to play, some of them you just have to grind for or buy, but when a character's overpowered, like, like, yeah, like, the characters probably shouldn't be overpowered, but it's just kind of fun, you know? Like, just to load it up, play a couple games, turn it off, and then not think about it for the rest of the day, except when you want to tell an anecdote about it on World of Horror. You know what I mean? It's just that I really hate that Battle Pass stuff, because it's like, I can't earn the cosmetics or the characters that I want to by just playing it casually. It's like, oh, you gotta do daily missions, or you gotta, which are completely out of place, and but just garbage like that, like live service garbage that doesn't have any, like, reason to be in the game other than to make money. And that's going back to the airdropping thing, right? So when you're airdropping into the level, or for the start of the round, you, you have a glider, and you can customize that glider. But that glider only shows up at the start of rounds when you're airdropping in, and there's no point to airdrop in because they could just spawn you on the ground like they do in Counter-Strike and just give you, like, a buy zone. And then, like, disable the buy zone when the round starts. Like, it's not rocket science, but yet they decided to make it into something like that. They just overcomplicated it and added a bunch of nonsense, like, at the start of every game, and I'm not joking when I say this, at the start of every game, you watch an intro for your team, and it sucks. It's so terrible, because it's just like, your characters are walking towards the camera, and it's like, Webweaver as Dallas, and like, I'll give an example. The friend I was playing with, Nubia as the Phantom, or whatever her name is, right? And then it's like, Roguelite fan 69 as blah blah blah, and then, just looking randomly around my room for inspiration, Alm and Celica shipper, Fire Emblem, is playing Shield Guy, or whatever, right? And then you walk over the game's logo, and then the game starts, and it's like, just kill me. Speaking of just kill me, I have somewhere to be, and I'm a little bit late, so I do apologize for that. So I will be talking to you all on the next episode of World of Horror, or later tonight with, and I cannot stress this enough, it's time to cook Jesse. So I hope you're all staying safe out there. I'll see you on whatever you decide to watch next. Have a good one. Peace out.